How? One moment.
One moment.
How are you?
What do you mean?
Just curious.
It's Tech Week right now. My show
Okay,
opens
performer.
next week.
Okay, ensemble.
Understudy. Welcome back to Cherry Magic, episode 5.
Welcome back to Cherry Magic. Welcome back to Boys Love Cherry Magic. So all of a sudden now I'm a goddamn wizard at 30 years old?
Cherry Magic, not me being a wizard after 30 years of virginity. That's the Gen Z.
Yeah, that's the Gen Z version. Not me being a wizard. No, there are no Gen Zs that are 30 yet. It won't be until, I think it's 1997 is the agreed upon first year. Either 96 or 97.
Okay.
So we've got a couple years before they turn 30. Isn't that crazy that they're almost 30?
Yeah.
We're also young millennials.
Adam, we've been listening to pop.
I mean, I'm just young.
Okay. Everyone in my cast thought that I was in college.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did, Adam. Yes, they did.
That's very nice that they said that to you.
Yesterday, they were like, so do you go to Northwestern? I was like, no, that's very sweet. I'm 32. And they're like, whoa, that Asian glow.
RJ, last night we watched episode 5 of Cherry Magic.
To be clear, before Adam drags me, okay?
How you... I was going to bring it up. I almost forgot.
To be clear, we both agreed because since I'm in tech, I was like, I have a lot of downtime, obviously. So I will watch it on my own at tech. If you watch it on your own here, then we'll record when we get home.
Now, in my defense, now thinking about it, I don't know how. Did you leave your iPad here at the house? Oh, okay. RJ, last night we watched Cherry Magic episode 5.
Oh, what I was saying, the story I was telling was that when we finally got home, Adam was like, oh, I forgot to watch it. And so we watched it, but it was already like midnight. And
this when we watched it last night, which RJ didn't really watch.
Because this was how I was watching it. Friedrich was between my legs and I was like this. Did I snore?
No, you did not.
Okay.
You just breathe really loudly when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And it was weird because we had just been talking and then I watched for like 30 seconds and then I looked over and you were like...
I was doing this thing where I was closing my eyes, but I would open every tie a little bit and then like comment to make you think that I was still watching it.
I just watched a TikTok about someone being like the different generations and how they like justify napping. And they talked about how like boomers will only nap if they bring a book or they'll be in front of a TV that's on. They're justifying it by being like, oh, I just happened to fall asleep. It wasn't like purposeful.
Yeah.
That's not true because my mom will fully lay down sometimes, like on the couch.
That's true. But more often than not, when she's napping, it's because she's reading.
She's just fell asleep. Yeah. That was very boomer energy of you to be like, oh, I'm just listening. Can't listen when you're asleep. Can't listen when you're dead.
But I fell asleep during...
I hope you cut none of this.
No,
I hope all of this stays in because honestly, this people don't want us to talk about Cherry Magic.
No.
They want us to talk about napping.
They want to see the full picture, how we watch. That's part of the recap. Like, we're bringing our authentic selves as we watch.
When you go to the movie theater in the middle of the summer and you like a movie, is it because the movie was good? Or is it because you sat in air conditioning?
Summer blockbusters, baby.
Honey, Jaws.
Jaws.
Change the world.
I fell asleep the entire time where the last thing I remembered was him seeing the sister, ex-girlfriend.
We don't know this yet.
We don't know it yet, yes, but he sees...
Spoiler alert.
He sees Kurosawa possibly with the next girlfriend. And then when I wake up, they're in the taxi.
We start this episode, Cherry Magic episode 5, we right off the bat, there's no cold open situation here. We are right into the middle of Kurosawa being
apologizing,
yelled at.
Not yelled at, just silent treatment by someone who's grumpy. Because Kurosawa was being like, if there was a mistake that our team made, please let us know. But he was just like,
I mean, cartoon. This is probably this and the sequence with Tsuge in this episode are the most like, this is an anime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like people being doing the most. Not a read.
Not a read.
An observation. A stylistic choice.
An aesthetic.
This is when Adachi decides that he is going to save Kurosawa.
Yes, for the first time.
He's going to pay him back, finally, for all the things that Kurosawa has done for him.
Saved his life.
Yeah, what else has he done? Oh, he helped him when he was like there late at night. He gave him the files to use.
Tended his wound.
Tending of the wound. The tending of the wound. There is a huge. We are going to get to it in this episode. There is a. I actually think it's like past
one of the main ones.
I think it's past Station of the Cross.
That's a commandment.
No, I think it's like a catechism.
Oh, one of the 6 sacraments.
Yes, I think it's a sacrament. Honestly,
it's a sacrament.
And I'm going to say
baptism,
because I'm going to say here's what I'm going to say: a sacrament is something that is not just BL specific.
Okay,
this is like a tenant of romantic comedy.
Someone that lives there, a tenant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Rom-com specifically, or just like the genre of like romantic?
I think it mostly happens in rom-coms.
Okay.
Adachi is like they're gonna take tea over to the boss, and he's like, "Nope, I will do it." And then he takes the tea over because he obviously knows he can hear his thoughts. So he's gonna figure out what's going on. He's gonna solve.
He
the
needs
problem.
to figure out though how to have physical contact, have skinship.
Right with RJ. And he brings it over. He tries to like touch his hand or touch his arm, and
he
the
looks.
Boss is like, "Hello." So that doesn't work. Then he like kneels down to like do the whole.
Gives him the towel, like a hot towel.
Right.
Hot towel.
Take it from my hands. And he's like, "No, put it on the fucking table."
So he's like, "Well, I give up."
So didn't
he
work.
leaves, and then he's like, "Your pen."
You dropped your pen. A pen he had in his like
pen he had
breast
up here,
pocket.
and then I don't know how. I don't know. It's not for us to ask.
No, this isn't Cinema Sins, honey. That's some other podcast that's going to talk about cherry magic. That's not what we're here for, okay? We're not here to say, well, what's the real... We're not here to be Neil deGrasse Tyson in the situation, okay?
We're no Bill Nyes.
No, that's not
We're
my
Barbies.
Gig. We're Barbies. We're Kens. We're Helens.
I don't know. I'm kind of giving Midge. I'm feeling
Did
Midge.
you see the TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
These
you sent
girls...
19.
Today.
No, I've not
These
seen
girls,
the 19 you sent today.
These girls were talking about who in K-pop is a Ken. And they said BM, Big Matthew.
Uh-huh. Shonu?
No, there were like specific ones.
Wano?
No. Johnny, Jaehyun. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Two baddies, one Porsche.
Yes. Kenergy. Huge Kenergy over there at NCT 127.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, who in TXT? And they were like, Yeonjun, but I don't know if I really... And then one of them goes, they kind of give me Alan. And they go, Subin is Alan.
Yeah.
Subin's and Alan.
Subin's and Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of that group, he is the most Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Taehyun too, actually. Because while Taehyun likes to work out, it always goes back to the thing with Terry where it's like, go back to the Jonas Brothers video where he's like, you guys debuted in 2007. Like that.
That's very Alan. But outside of that, I think he's more Ken, to be honest.
Sure.
Ken in a way that like,
I still would say
I love
Yeonjun
Jungkook so much that I want to be Jungkook, which is a very Ken thing, I feel like.
Sure, because Jungkook is very Ken.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, back to Cherry Magic.
Sorry. So the boss is like, here's the pen that you dropped.
And he
sees his chance.
rushes to him.
It's
like, thank you very much.
Very goofy. Grabs the pen like this.
Uh-huh. And he's like, I will
if
go
I was
get
the
that.
boss, I'd be like, what is going on?
Who is this man? Yeah. So he runs out and gets him a Mont Blanc.
Which is a what? Did you look it up?
Yes, I did. It
Thank
is
God.
a It is a French pastry, believe it or not.
No.
Mont Blanc is it's named after the mountain.
Which is in English what?
White Mountain.
Very good.
It's supposed to like look like snow-capped mountains, but the piping, it's like piped chestnut custard.
Is it a cake?
It's like custard pipe in like straight. It looks like it's supposed to look like noodles. So it's like, and then like swirled up on like a tart shell. So it's more of like I don't know what you call that. It's just like a custard on a tart shell. So it's like a tart.
Sure.
But it's chestnut. It's very famous in Japan. They, I feel like a lot of French pastries is big in Japan.
Yeah, because they're cute.
Yeah.
There's a presentational aspect to it.
I do know there is like
a foundational aspect of Japanese cooking. It's like it also has to look good.
Yes.
Not in China. That's my favorite thing about the difference between Chinese dishes and Japanese food.
At least here in America,
they're both great.
Yes.
But like the Japanese, everything has to be just so.
Yeah.
And like Chinese cooking is
for the masses.
And it's
incredible.
Fucking delicious.
Yes. But it is for the masses. It's like we just need to feed everyone right now.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love a lazy Susan. You know what I mean?
Should we get Chinese for dinner? So we're 3 minutes in.
Yes. Yeah. So he gets a Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Which is just so funny to me to be like, I guess it's the cartoon aspect of it, to be like fully grumpy because I didn't get my dessert. It is funny that they say like, well, he's superstitious because like before they start a new client or a project, he has to eat a Mont Blanc. Do you have any fun superstitions at work?
Oh, wow. This is very pit stop. I work in real estate and there are a lot of superstitions that agents have.
Oh yeah.
They're very superstitious.
I buy that.
So like my boss has saged properties.
I mean, I think that should just be good practice. When you buy a used home, I think you should
in order to sell. He'll sage it.
Yeah. So he saves the day. It's very sweet. And like Kurosawa is so obviously grateful to him. And there's this really cute moment where he's like, well, let me take you out to dinner to show you how thankful I am. And Kurosawa's Adachi's like, no, you don't have to do that. And he's like, I insist. Thanks. Specifically him saying thank you. Then he leaves and Adachi gets the giggles on the Xerox machine.
Yes, it's so cute.
It's so good.
And Fujisaki-san
is like, hey,
hi, can I use that? It's just like, again, these really great comedic moments.
I love it because I love the sneaking in a little bit in a place like their office, which is so stuffy. I love that clash of them being goofy in it.
Have you ever flirted? No, right? Because we've been together.
No, we've been together
ever
since. Yeah,
right. Because you've never had a job outside of being an adult because you were taken care of. Let's say it's fun having like a little flirty moment with
someone at a coworker,
or or at school. Well, I guess we kind of had that
school
when people didn't know.
Yeah,
at first. You can cut that.
I don't want people to know that we flirted. I want to keep this as professional.
Do you know who doesn't know how to flirt?
Who?
Tsuge. Let's talk about this fucking nonsense.
This is the beginning of like his whole trajectory.
Yes. This is where
the thing is like, what's his face? We still don't know his name. We still don't know FedEx Twink's name.
Yeah, Twink. Blonde Twink.
Yeah. He's flirting, but it's like his thoughts. So it's not like he's actually flirting.
Correct.
So like he has a big reaction overhearing his thought of being like, don't make me worry about you, dummy.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, huh?
Okay, this is
Is this the beginning of what?
This is really where it gets hard for me with this plot line. And I know that this is like a style of comedy that I am not used to.
Which is so funny.
Does not regularly watch Japanese media.
But it's so funny because this is your comedy.
Don't say that. You don't think I'm witty?
I think you lean towards more slapstick than wit. I think I am more wit. I think you have a better hand, a grasp in slapstick.
Oh, maybe well, I mean, if we're just talking about like who really understands the essence of comedy between the two of us, I mean,
boss and CEO.
Give my wig.
No, I burned it.
You burned it.
Is that why it rubs you the wrong way? Because like his feels less grounded, so it's more just like
they keep meeting in this the tiniest apartment. If they were like outside and he was if the setting was as big as his reactions, because like I could watch someone do this on stage and not have an issue because like you're in a performance.
Cherry magic on stage. Like, I think
it's such an intimate space that they're in that I'm like, I can't. It bumps me because I can't suspend my disbelief that like the other person is not seeing him be crazy. Yes. And like there's no world in which you like, would see that like, and be like, I actually don't. I think I need to have a different route because this man is.
And to be clear, Tsuge ordered something today just to see him again.
Yeah, which I like that because that's classic rom-com.
Yeah,
which I love. That's great. I just wish it was like. Not it's realizing that these are the reactions that I have to like ZB1 and it's really holding a mirror up to me and it's making me freak out.
That's what I'm saying. I think when you watch Tsuge, it's like, oh, this is how I react to things. No, I mean, I know that they're doing an anime of this, but like he looks like he's giving an anime reaction. But because it's like in a real setting.
In terms of like the actual performance, like I think that's really cool because it is almost like a one-to-one like all you need is like the outline lines, and it's like fully an anime, which that's really cool.
It's like a like full Agretzko reactions, like.
But it's I think it's hard. I can't like connect to them, so then I care less about their romantic relationship. Where I think Kurosawa and Adachi, I think they have like a really good. They play in both worlds really well, so you're able to like also really root for them in a real way. We did not have a secondary couple in
Eighth Sense.
Eighth Sense.
Just like played for laughs at the end.
In other stuff we've watched, obviously we've had a secondary couple, but this is our first that we're recapping. Now, secondary couple, this reminded me of. Okay, let's go back to the classics, girly.
The classics.
The classics being Rodgers and Hammerstein. In classic Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, you have your straight couple, which is like Lori and Curly.
Young lovers. And then
you have
the funny version
Ado Annie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full Ado Annie energy.
And this is Ado Annie.
This is Ado Annie.
I'm just a Tsuge who can't say no. That's very that. So I just wanted to bring that up.
I think the one thing I'll want from this couple is that I do wish FedEx Twink. If FedEx Twink was also a comedic character, I think I would buy it more. That like, and they're the funny couple, like they're the funny version of the main story. But because FedEx Twink is just as earnest as Adachi and Kurosawa, to me that's why it's like it feels like such a clash.
I don't need him to be as comedic because you do need a 1-2. You do need like and obviously Tsuge is the like bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
The comedy being obviously that he is the one who's supposed to be like, oh, I really understand romance because I'm a writer, but like is a complete buffoon. I just wish he had more. I just wish he had something else.
Yes.
I don't need him to be I can have him be the straight man of the couple, but I need him to have a personality.
I need him more in the personality. Because if he was like, I'm like, if I am like playing that I'm young, that I just do whatever, like I'll take risks or whatever. So like that could be funny. But because he's like really serious of like, this is my last opportunity to be a dancer, like for future episodes. It's like
my last thing is that the reason I really can't connect with them is because they care about this fucking cat, and I don't like cats.
And we are allergic.
I don't dislike cats, but I'm not a cat person, and also cats give me incredible allergies.
Adam had hives in his eyelids.
So one time
behind his eyelids
in high school for spring break, I spent a week with my cousin. And my cousin had 4 cats.
Oh my God.
And I knew I was allergic, but at the time I was like, oh, if I just don't touch them, it'll be fine. Which is mostly true.
Yeah.
However, spending a week with 4 cats in an apartment that was it's a 2-bed apartment.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So, Mama, 6 months later, I'm at the optometrist, and they flip my eyelids up to look behind, and they said, Mama, what are these allergy pockets behind your eyelids? I said, Mama, what are you talking about?
Why are you asking me?
And they were like, oh yeah, what are you allergic to? And I said, well, like animal dander is my big one. And they were like, oh, what have you spent a lot of time with the animals lately? They were like, oh, when were you by cats? And I was like, 6 months ago. And they were like, oh yeah, they've been in there. These pockets have just been like I don't even want to know what they look like. Don't send me any images. Don't send me a link. Don't send me anything. They just said, I can see that the animal dander is basically still in your eyeballs. The other option would have just been to wear glasses, which I don't know why I didn't do. But I was still committed to.
Anyway, so that's why you hate him. That's why you hate Tsuge.
Yeah.
Triggered.
Okay. Rikaku buys Adachi lunch. This is not the
lunch,
same day.
etc.
I
don't think it's
to believe
the
same day.
It's the same day.
Because he had lunch with
Fujisaki-san.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another day.
But he like bombards him basically. It was like, I just feel like I've really figured you out.
Oh yeah.
And Adachi's like, uh-huh. And it's like, well, remember when you like knew that I didn't want to be in, at the bar, and then I noticed the thing that you just did with Kurosawa. So
you understood the boss.
You understood
that I had to go out and get some fresh air. Honey.
The math is mathing.
Honey.
And
He's the girl with the...
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've deduced that you are a considerate human being.
You are attentive and considerate. You've deduced that. I like a dumb
I know,
man.
It's so sweet.
I like dumb men.
Men, stay dumb.
Stay
dumb, men. You don't need to be smart. You really don't. You
don't need to be smart, and also... You don't need to do any, like, you don't, just
You
be.
don't need, You don't need to do
dumb.
anything. Yeah.
Your job is beach. Your job is beach. Okay.
Yeah, he gives him
it's a
like
very funny scene.
He buys him like the biggest bento and then just like whatever he found at
looking
CVS. At it. Like just a bag of like snacks and stuff. It's very cute.
It's very cute. And this is like, because Adachi is allowing the outside world in.
Yes.
He's reaping the rewards of like extending an arm.
Yeah.
Like, just like the heart of the show.
Yes. Like he's figuring out like there is a benefit to him having this power and he can help people out.
Can I say this is always, and especially in BLs that are more than just the like couple, this is the most exciting part of like watching the show, is like realizing what is the show actually about. Mm-hmm. Right? Like 8 Cents was about like trauma.
Mm-hmm. Grief.
To give you trauma.
Yeah.
This is about like putting yourself out there and like really accepting that it's okay to be who you are, but also people will love you for who you are exactly. Some shows, and these are probably the ones that it's like, oh, that was good, I'll watch that one time, are the ones where it's like, oh, it's just about two guys
falling in love. Yeah.
There's nothing else on top of that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's fine. That's what there's for. But it is nice when you come away with it with like, oh, something extra.
Listen, there's Hemingway and there's Nora Roberts. And they both exist and they both make a shit ton of money.
Nora said, now why am I in this?
Now why am I in it? Because you've written hundreds of books. Yeah. And my mom owns all of them. Did you know this? Oh.
Big Nora.
Huge Nora. Huge Nora. And also not a Danielle Steele.
Oh.
To be clear.
I need to get it. I need to capitalize on that.
I need to read one Nora because what is the style?
What's the iconic Nora?
I don't even know if she has one.
Oh.
All of them. All of them are the iconic Nora.
Okay.
She's one of the most litigious writers.
I need to get in on that.
It's very interesting. We might get a cease and desist for simply talking about her. Adachi is feeling great about the current situation.
Yeah.
Rikaku finds him as a friend. He's going to go out on a date. He's going to go out to dinner with Kurosawa. Everything is coming up Adachi.
Roses, yeah.
Okay. He goes outside. It's raining. This is sign number 1. There's trouble afoot. It's raining.
Liminal space, the water.
He catches up with Rikaku. They both see Kurosawa with a woman.
A woman chasing after him. And he's like, please just let me spend one night.
Let me come over and spend the night.
Please.
Please.
And Kurosawa was like, no. Kurosawa was like, no. You have your boyfriend.
You have your partner.
You have your partner.
Mm-hmm. And the world comes crumbling around Adachi. And this is where I come to the sacrament of the misunderstood relationship.
Hallelujah.
And overall romance.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, we did not like the show, but Oh My Assistant.
Oh, My Assistant. Also,
he was like,
that was
they're clearly fucking. I'm like, no, girl, she's just she's just a micromanaging boss.
Yeah. To My Star 2 has a little bit of this.
To My Star 2 is
very small.
It's usually used as like a tool, just like, you know, to keep the
plot moving forward. Listen,
moving.
there's multiple episodes. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's just people falling in love. What are you gonna do? Plenty of romantic comedies throughout the years.
Oh yeah,
plenty. Anyway, it's great. I love it. I always love when it happens.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Iconic.
Yeah, that one. Oh
no, the car when she finally goes to Seattle.
When she goes to Seattle, she gets out of the car. She sees him across the street with who?
Rita Wilson. Icon,
Thank
legend.
You. Also, Sleepless in Seattle, you must know, is my absolute favorite rom-com of all time.
It really is.
Oh, perfect film. Yeah, it's a great example. Thank you.
And so he's like, I don't want your fucking umbrella.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm walking
pissed.
home in the rain.
Walks home in the rain. Goes to sleep in his clothes. His assumed wet clothing.
Wet clothes, because he's so sad. He doesn't. He can't even change.
No.
And then has a dream.
Mama, this is called depression.
Yeah. Oh. He has a dream of what he thinks is going on. They have this. He has a dream of like what he thinks is happening in Kurosawa's apartment.
He thinks they're like fucking.
Kurosawa is wearing this like
Blanche Devereaux ass silk robe. Yeah,
and she's like, "Thanks for letting me stay." And he's like, "Well, you know what you have to do." And then they like lean.
Is it worse when you find out that that's
his sister?
Yeah.
I
mean, Adachi doesn't know.
Adachi doesn't know, but to be fair, it's a dream and not him thinking about it. So your dream is just like
it's not even a dream, RJ. You know what it is? It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Okay, so here's my theory. I think every character in this is a character from Winnie the Pooh.
Huh?
Adachi is
Pooh.
Piglet.
Oh. Okay.
I think Kurosawa is Tigger. Or Kurosawa is Christopher Robin.
This would be your Tumblr.
This would be my
Cherry
Tumblr.
Magic X 100 Acre Wood.
100 Acre Wood, yeah. I don't have everybody figured out, but Fujisaki-san is obviously Kenga because she's the only woman.
She's a mother. She's an icon.
She's mothering.
She's mothering.
Yeah.
Rokaku is Ru.
Rokaku is a Ru. Rukaku. Honey. Say that.
So Kurosawa wakes up.
Oh, and the other one I was going to say was
Tsuge's owl.
He's a mix of Eeyore and owl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's more owl.
I think he's more owl. I think you're right.
I don't know who Eeyore would be.
I don't know if Eeyore is anybody.
Yeah. Adachi's probably very Eeyore-ish.
That's what I originally wrote Eeyore, and then I crossed it out. I said, no, he's Piglet. Because that's his whole thing. Is he's
scared.
Spooky and scary.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's Pooh, though.
No.
But Pooh is very specific, but he's very also general. He's not a trope.
We are Pooh watching the show.
We are Pooh. Wow. Wow. Adachi is like, this day at work is terrible. First of all, I feel like shit. Second of all...
Which is funny because I really didn't expect that he was sick until he actually faints. I thought the entire time that he was just playing up that he's like mad about Adachi. Or Kurosawa.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty telegraphed well. He leaves in the rain. He goes to leave. And Kurosawa's like, I thought we were going to go have dinner. And he's like, it's fine. And Kurosawa at this point has now dealt with like, they almost kissed on the roof. Mm-hmm. And Adachi was like, I want to kiss. I would kiss you.
Yeah, I would have kissed you.
Got interrupted. Didn't speak to each other for 2 weeks.
Then saved his ass.
They had a great moment when he like bandaged his wound.
Yes.
Adachi comes over, saves him from getting scolded by the boss.
And then next day he's like pissed at him.
And then next day he's truly like, I don't want to have dinner with you. I eat alone. Okay.
Yeah.
Party of one. Do you have any high tops available? Kurosawa like goes to follow him out. I think to still try to be like, we should still just get dinner. And then as soon as Adachi's outside, he's like, ugh. And Kurosawa immediately catches him. This is the most K-drama moment of this whole Japanese BL.
You are my everything.
Yes, the classic sound from TikTok. He catches him.
Is this just another tending of wound, or is there a specific station of the cross of like catching him while falling? Because I feel like that happens,
or like, but I feel like
falling into one another. Because there's that happens.
Falling into, yes, which is almost kind of what we talked about. We talked about with the elevator.
Yes.
That is like its own, but that's its own.
That's its own thing.
Kind of thing. This, I feel
accidental
like,
skinship. This isn't accidental.
This is not accidental. This is still more caring.
Yeah.
This feels more straight BL though, or straight BL. You know, straight BL. I don't know what they call those. Yeah. Weird. This feels more straight.
Not me calling it straight BL.
Straight BL. And good for them that they have those.
Yeah.
It's good to like, I think somebody needs to support the straight community.
You know who does? Zhang Hao.
You know who does? Your mother.
Because she clocks in and clocks out of that Viki app, mama.
Oh.
Watching all of these straight BLs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, go, you have to watch Mr.
BL
Queen.
Is so funny.
Straight BL.
Straight BL. Because normally most people call these gay dramas.
Yeah.
This is straight BL.
We're reclaiming
my time.
Straight BLs. So he faints.
I think it's straight. I think it's a straight BL thing.
Yeah. I agree.
Also, fainting doesn't really happen anymore. People don't faint.
Let's bring back fainting.
Let's bring back smelling salts. Let's bring back a fainting couch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think they really had it right in like 1875.
Where it's like, this room is just for
That's
people.
a joke. Do not take that out of context.
Wow. Adam supports guillotines.
The Industrial Revolution. Yeah. Wow. Adam supports the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire.
He faints.
He faints. He catches him.
He's like, I'm getting a taxi right now to get you to bed.
Does he take him I don't remember. Does he take him to his house?
I assume
he takes him to Adachi's, doesn't he?
He ends up taking him to Adachi's. I think
because he sleeps over.
Yeah. They get in the taxi,
and all of a sudden,
Miss Girl
pops her ass in.
He's like, "Oh, I was trying to get you this entire time, Scooch."
Goofy.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can't you see I'm busy? I have to take care of my friend." And it's like, "Whatever, it's fine. I'll just come with." And then Adachi's like, "Do I really have to be with both of these ex-lovers?" End.
God, I hope they're not ex-lovers. We'll never know.
I wonder what's going to happen next. Ooh. Who's your MVP?
Oh, good. Didn't think about it. Okay. I yelled about it, and yet, Tsuge. Just because I like
the commitment.
I like the commitment to how broad it is.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I think it really is that it's like, this is what you look like when you talk about K-pop.
Adam.
And it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me look at myself.
Yeah. Man. I'll give it to Rokaku. This one. Because I think the earnestness of his discovery of like, I've really figured you out, Adachi. Because he's like, now you're my...
nice.
Yeah. And he's like, now you're my sensei. Like, through this, I'm going to be a better salesman.
He is also one of these like characters who's just like a good There's green flags.
Adam literally, during his scene, Adam was like, I need to watch this fucking BL.
Yeah, Minato's laundromat.
Yeah. Washer, dryer, whatever the fuck it's called. It seems like sentimental.
Do you know the other thing? He doesn't have perfect teeth. I love when they don't have perfect teeth. I tweeted this the other day. I need this on camera. I know that Seunghwan is signed to whoever Miss Girl. I don't want you to touch a fucking tooth in his mouth. I don't care how big his buck teeth are. I love them. I love his teeth.
You're kissing both teeth.
I love your teeth.
I love your teeth.
I love your eyes.
And that's Cherry Magic. Not us finishing Cherry Magic episode 5.